Okay, friends. Really good work on the last weekly prep. The one thing that is still tricking you a little bit is on your book introductions, you do a great job of giving a gist statement. You do a nice job of finding a couple of vocabulary targets that might be tricky for kids, naming characters. You've got all those things down, and you're finding tricky words that would be good to do predict and locates with. The difficult thing right now is that you're still making up your own language for those predict and locates, and they're not always terribly helpful, right? So when you're coming to a difficult word, you want to have a very effective prompting sequence in the back of your head that you don't have to think about, that you just can deploy, right? So here are the words to the song I want you to learn. Here they are. The words are, for predict and locate, you're going to say this. Repeat after me. Are you ready? What would you expect to see at the beginning of the word? And then you say the target word. So put it all together. I'll say it, then you say it. Really, really, come on. Let's do this. What would you expect to see at the beginning of the word problem? You try. Come on. Good. Then after the child makes the prediction, what would you expect to see at the beginning of the word and then your target word? Once the child says that first letter, P, then you're going to follow that up with you find it or show me. Show me problem, right? A lot of what you're doing is not terribly helpful. So if you say, what would you hear when I say the word? That's way too wordy, right? What would you expect to see at the beginning of the word? Then you name the word. All right, let's do this one more time. I'm going to say the whole prompt, and then I want you to say it. Really, really, let's get this in your head. Ready? What would you expect to see at the beginning of the word? You try it. Good. And then you're going to say show me and then the word. So what would you expect to see at the beginning of the word class? You show me. All right, let's take a look at what this looks like on an actual piece of text. So here we have the text, and I'm going to do this for the word problem, all right? So on this page, the teacher has got a problem. What would you expect to see at the beginning of the word problem? P? All right, show me problem. See how this works? So what would you expect to see at the beginning of the word? It's like a song. You've just got to get in your head, right? And I need it to be familiar to you to the point that you don't have to think about it. When you want kids to predict and locate the text, you are always going to say, what would you expect to see at the beginning of the word, whatever it is? If we were in class, I would have you guys all chorally say this a few times. About to the point where there was some eye rolling, because then it actually does stick, right? And if you have an efficient prompt, why not use it? Because it is effective, right? All right, on this page, I want you to do a predict and locate for the word wanted. Go ahead. All right, so it sounds like on this page, Nicole's really, she wanted to help. You know, what would you expect to see at the beginning of the word wanted? Show me wanted. Let's try another page. Are you ready? On this page, I want you to do a predict and locate for the word idea. Let me hear it. Here's how it would sound. On this page, the class just has to come up with an idea. You know, what would you expect to see at the beginning of the word idea? Show me idea. Good. Let's try, on this page, let's do a predict and locate for the word great. What's it going to sound like? They're all happy because they have a great idea. You know, what would you expect to see at the beginning of the word great? show me great. All right, so hopefully this helps a little bit. Really teaching is not, a paint by number kind of activity. But when you have a very effective prompt, it makes sense to learn that, right? Because then you don't have to rely on your own understanding. You can focus your attention on what's tricky on that page and analyzing what kinds of words are going to be difficult for your student. That's where your brain power needs to go. And you're going to save your brain power by learning a prompt that you can just utilize wholesale and not have to think about what you're going to say on those predict and locates. All right, so you will definitely see this particular bit of pedagogy again. So the magic words to a predict and locate are, what would you expect to see at the beginning of the word? And then show me whatever the target word is. All right, thank you for playing along with a little 2-minute learning video here. Thanks.